This is another episode of Who Farted. Today's episode is Overrated. Doc and Mix talk about things that they think are overrated. So, sit, stand, walk, run, or whatever you do when you're listening to a podcast, and enjoy the show. Okay. All right. I say we skip the whatever. Yeah, you know what. So let's just get right into it. Today, what are we going to talk about? We are going to talk about overrated whatever. Movies, games, TV shows, and restaurants. And I think after looking at stuff, it's the restaurants that I find are the easiest to go ahead and say what's overrated. I mean, maybe that's because I'm a fat dude, and it's easier to be like, no, this food sucks. But where do you want to start, man? You want to start on what?
We could start with that, and then that helps me, because I'll go with what you're going with. Because I don't know that. Well, I don't care for restaurants.
Well, it's not I mean, it's like fast food.
Oh,
yeah,
okay,
it's all.
I was like, because I don't love sitting in places, so it'd be like the whole experience for me is just like a down, anyways.
Yeah, because you don't because you don't like people.
Pretty much, yeah. And I don't like social settings, and then like being like crammed together with like 10 people on a table, and then like 20 other tables like that. So it's just like.
And I think it's also weird when people are watching you eat.
Yeah.
You know, so
or are able to hear me. I don't know. I don't like people being able to hear me close by. But okay, like more fast food and like some eat-in spots isn't that bad. But okay.
Yeah, because I pulled up a list of like the top 500 like chain restaurants, and I got a few exceptions to these choices here. But I mean, I think that like this list here it's like the biggest like earners, you know what I mean? It's not even like rated, because McDonald's is the number one chain, but nobody's saying that that's the best, like the highest rated restaurant. Like nobody would say that.
Highest earning, yeah.
Yeah, it's just the highest earning. So
there's a picture here of Five Guys, and then it's what is it, Dahmer?
Oh yeah,
and I don't think there's Five Guys in here.
yeah. And you know what? Why don't we start with that? Because honestly, dude, I've been to Five Guys one time and I wasn't impressed. Yeah. And I think that they're overrated.
Exactly, overrated. Burgers, pretty basic. And my biggest complaint: why the fuck so many damn fries? Like, I don't know what size you ordered, but I think I got a medium. And I wasn't expecting it, but they just fucking take a cup, throw that shit in the bag, and then fucking dump a fucking whole thing of fries in the bag.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the fuck's the point of the cup then?
Yeah.
You just threw it in the bag.
Yeah, there's fries everywhere.
Way too many fucking fries. Burgers subpar, so it's just like.
The fries taste alright though, because they're a little different than like your standard fry.
I wouldn't say they're bad, but there's too many.
Yeah, and I thought that they were like really pricey for what you're getting. I mean, I get it. It's not like it's like a better quality than, Burger King or McDonald's, but I just didn't think it was worth the price, And then the other thing too is I remember we didn't have any here in town, and it got so hyped. That dude that we worked with, I can't remember his name. He was from Wisconsin, and he was talking about Five Guys forever. He's like, "Oh, we're getting a Five Guys here. We're getting a Five Guys," and he was hyping it up. And then I went, and I just didn't think it was good. I wasn't impressed. Yeah. So, I mean, I kind of like the local places better, like just the Tom's Burger type place, like those are better to me.
I was gonna say that local is probably just better, just because it's a prideful thing.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, and like whoever works at McDonald's, they don't really care. So
yeah.
if someone here at the because I don't know really any local burger spots besides Tommy's, anyone or oh I guess it's at John's. So one of those two spots, like I think they care more compared to the guy at McDonald's just flipping the burger
Well, I
or
think it's
honestly probably throwing it in the microwave.
yeah. I think it's because the local spots are owned by a family, and their whole family
Yeah,
works at that
yeah,
restaurant.
that too, that too.
So I think like you said, the pride. Yeah, like
Yeah,
they're gonna do a better job of making sure that the food is well put together. So, but there's some good spots here, man. Leo's is good. You ever been there?
I think I have.
Yeah, there's good.
It's
They're
hard.
cra-
It's hard to remember
they're a
sometimes.
crazy burger place because they got burgers, and then they've got burritos, and then they've got breakfast, and then it's like they got so much different
You know
shit.
what? Where at this like little town I used to live in, I'm sure you know it, Lamont.
Yeah.
They used to have a spot called Duffy's, and it was kind of like that, but it was a Chinese restaurant.
Oh, really?
So I had Chinese food, but
Uh-huh.
then it had burgers and burritos and taquitos and just like everything.
That's
It was
funny.
great. I loved it.
Well, I went to Oklahoma. I moved to Oklahoma where my grandma lives, and this is right after high school. And here there's so many Mexican restaurants. Over there, not so much. And I was asking my grandma, I'm like, where is a place that I could get a good burrito? And she's all, well, you could go down to Lee's. I'm like, Lee's? Is that the Mexican restaurant? And she's like, no, it's a Chinese restaurant. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Yeah. I'm like, what do they got? Like refried rice? Uh, yeah. Sweet and sour taquitos? Like, I don't.
Pretty
Yeah.
bomb though.
Yeah. Instead of a fortune cookie, you get fortune flan. So, you're like, oh, this is great. Yeah.
It sounds like a good twist though. It's a good restaurant right there.
Yeah.
Coming
Yeah, at
up.
least. But, yeah, so I like the local stuff, man. What's another restaurant that or fast food chain that you think is
If we're gonna
overrated?
stick with burgers for a minute, In and Out.
Mm-hmm. Yes, In and Out, dude. Hands down, that's like my number one overrated restaurant. I can't stand it.
I can't stand the fact that, for one, I think it's just like a West Coast thing, right? So like
Yeah,
everyone that I have met that has come here from the East Coast are just like, oh, I can't wait to try In and Out. Let's go get it. I'm just like, dude, it's not that fucking good.
yeah,
I promise you, it's not that good. And then even if we go, it's an hour to 2 hour wait probably in the fucking drive-through or
yeah,
something. Maybe it seems like it, but it's a fucking long ass wait in the drive-through. And then if you decide to go inside, it's still a long ass wait inside. So
yeah,
it's just literally it's overrated in the fact that everyone wants to fucking go there and it's trash.
yeah. It's
It's
not good.
it's I'd rather be at Five Guys,
Yeah,
and I don't love it.
yeah.
So, but yeah, In and Out to me is complete garbage, and it has been since I was a kid.
Dude, the
But
fry, I hate the fries. I don't know what they do. They boast about having, fresh cut fries and,
yeah,
like a really good oil that they fry it in and then all the meat is never frozen and like all this other shit and I'm like, no, dude. And then the other
literally,
thing too, look at their menu, right? You've got a cheeseburger or a hamburger or you got like a double double. Like there's no difference. And then they have their secret menu. And this is actually what pisses me off. Like I don't want to be a part of your secret club just in order to have something different than the stupid shit that you have on the menu.
yeah.
It's just I don't know. I know that sounds stupid. Like
Wait,
that's a
that
dumb reason.
you could actually be a part of a club or something.
No,
Like
no, I'm
pay
just
for. Oh, okay. You just have to be in the know.
yeah, exactly.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, I thought
Like
you were
I
like paying
I
like
shouldn't have
A Starbucks Gold Card or some
yeah.
shit,
But
but
there
for
shouldn't be like a secret
In and Out.
handshake. It shouldn't be a secret handshake for them to put onions and what Thousand Island on my French fries, you
Yeah,
know. And then also that's disgusting. It's just not good. It doesn't taste good. Their fries. There's nothing you can put on those fries that make them good. I think they're gross. So that's just me. But yeah, I think In and Out is the most overrated. And like you said, people like I'll see on the internet, people are like, "Oh, I can't. I'm going to California. Can't wait to try In and Out," and then they just leave disappointed.
Yeah.
They hype it up so much. I don't. Yeah, I don't like it. Yeah, but what else you got? What's another one that you could think
Um,
of?
like, just because I'm seeing it right here, and there's a sign that says it's overpriced hospital food, Panera Bread.
Yeah, I could see that. I haven't been there
It,
enough to really form an opinion.
I liked it for a minute, but then they're so like seasonal with some of their items.
Yeah,
And it's just like and actually the item I like the most they took off completely. But it's like, dude, I could go get a barbecue chicken sandwich anywhere. How is this seasonal?
yeah,
And they just removed it. Um, but so now it's just anytime I've gone there, the menu just looks worse to me. And like it says, it's overpriced as hell. You pay $15 for half a sandwich and a bag of chips.
yeah. That is true.
So
And
it
no, and aren't
sucks.
the only chips they have like kettle corn
The
or
only
kettle
chips they
chips?
have are they're like, yeah, kettle basic plain
Yeah,
chips. It's supposed to be healthy, but it's just like
they're gross.
it's gross. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah. There's one that there's one restaurant that I personally don't see the appeal. Well, I'll just say this: it's not for me, but I can understand why so many people like it because you get a lot of food, and if you want fast food like Mexican food that's not Taco Bell, you go to Chipotle. And I know you love Chipotle, but I'm like, I don't give a shit. And there's so many Mexican restaurants here in town. It's like everything just is the same to me. So,
It almost is, and it's like I've gone to more local Mexican spots for burritos, and they're better. So it's just like I get what
yeah.
you're saying, but I still there's Chipotle still has a spot in my heart, and I think it's mainly the chips.
The what?
The chips.
They got oh
They
yeah, their
they
chips are
put they
pretty
put
good.
Coke in that shit, man.
Yeah, it
I
is
just
pretty
promise
good.
you.
Yeah. I think I mean, I guess really like I guess the last one I'll say cuz for my third overrated I'm going to go with Starbucks. I think Starbucks is overrated. Like their coffee isn't anything different than you're gonna get anywhere else. Like they
It's
don't.
not. I literally get coffee from the gas station, and I'm sure it's stronger and $2
Yeah, like
compared to $6, $7 hella sugary foamed up coffee.
yeah. I will say this: I do appreciate all the like lemonades and all that stuff that they have. They have some good teas, but
Mhm.
again, like you said, sugary. You know, there's so
Yeah,
much sugar and all that shit, and I just think it's overpriced, and you could go somewhere else to get exactly what you wanted. So, you know, yeah, I think they're a little overrated. What else? What else you got? Do you have anything else as far as
because
restaurants
on
go?
my list we've covered like I've never had noodles and company. What the fuck is that?
I've never had that either, so I don't even know.
Is it?
Do we even have that in
Yeah,
here in
I
town?
doubt so. I doubt that. And I'll just say it because it's kind of true, and they're dying anyways. So I mean, maybe they're not like super overrated, but they were at one point, and it's Burger King.
Yeah.
And I think what killed them was that they blew up with the fucking chicken fries. I don't know if you remember chicken
Oh
fries?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, everyone fucking loved those for a minute, and then they had nothing else after that. They
yeah.
just died, and now they're completely like I think there's only two in town or something.
I
And
like.
I never see Burger Kings anymore. You used to see them all over the
Yeah,
place.
I like their burger, like just a Whopper, you know. But there's nothing else I
Yeah.
want to get from there.
I've
And
never. I've only liked their chicken sandwiches.
yeah,
Yeah, so that's why I never loved it. Like I liked it like their actually their fries. Their fries were the best.
you like their fries?
Their fries were the best. I don't know. I haven't had them in a long ass time, but their
They
fries
still,
when I was a kid,
yeah. They still taste the same,
Eh,
I think. Yeah. I mean, to me, McDonald's fries are the best. Uh, that's for me. I see that you don't agree, but
no, it's
yeah.
they're so soggy. They're just like In and Out almost.
No, yeah, nah, dude. I mean, I guess maybe you don't. I don't know. Just ask them to make them well done or something.
Okay.
Yeah, but I think the best thing to get from McDonald's is a Sprite. Like that shit is spicy, dude. I don't know what the hell they do to it, but like a McDonald's Sprite or a Coke, like you drink it and it's just like whoa, like it hits you. I was watching some show where the guy was drinking like a carbonated water, and
Uh,
he was drinking and he's like and he's like it's like needles. Well, that's exactly what it's like having a Sprite from McDonald's. I fucking
yeah,
love it. So
it's like extra carbonated.
I guess, yeah. I don't know what it is, but I don't like their cups that they got now. Those are I like the paper
Paper
cups.
cups?
Yeah, they have like plastic cups now, but like recycled plant based cups or something like that. But I get it. I understand why they did it, but I don't I don't like the new cups. So
Oh wait, just to go on the my bad, but the as I scroll down a little bit, just to go back to the Panera bread for a second.
yeah. What do you got
That would
here?
be
What the? Oh yeah, that's a little. That's a ton. Yeah, they are expensive, dude. And I agree. And then the other thing too is like, do you want a half sandwich or a full sandwich? What? Like it? I don't. I didn't understand their ordering system. I'm like, well,
yeah,
how big
that's
is a half sandwich? The half sandwich is fine. It's yeah. It's just confusing. I don't like confusing stuff, but I don't like the basic stuff either. I want some choices. I don't want like no choices like In and Out. It's a
yeah.
good. Do you like sandwiches?
I don't love them, but I'll have them.
Hmm.
Like, just depends.
Okay, because there's a place called Ike's Love for Sandwiches or Ike's Love Sandwich. I don't can't remember what it is.
I think I've
Actually,
heard of it.
yeah, they got a few locations here. Their sandwich is so fucking good, so fucking good. But let's see here. Why don't we go ahead and move on to movies? Some overrated movies. And I'm going to start off with a movie that I think is overrated. Now, it's not like I think it's overrated because of how much people seem to like it for no reason. I don't know, let's put it this way. Like every fucking rapper likes this movie. Every time I'd watch MTV Cribs, they'd have a poster of this movie. Every time, like, it just seemed like you had to like this movie to be cool, and that's Scarface. It's a stupid fucking movie. So dumb. Every single time I try to watch it, I fall asleep. My friend was like, "Hey man, yeah, check out this movie." Okay, and I'd fall asleep. And he's like, "Oh, you didn't like it?" I'm like, "Oh, I was just tired." He's like, "All right, well you could borrow it." Okay, I'd borrow it. Fall asleep. Like it's a dumb movie. I hate it,
Mhm.
and I hate the fact that every every rapper wants to go ahead and like promote it or put it all up on their wall or say they're Tony Montoya or whatever the hell his name is, and say hello to my little friend. Say hello to a shit ass movie. Sorry, I think it's dumb. What do you got?
I, I feel that though.
Have you ever seen it?
I actually haven't fully seen all of it,
Yeah.
but I could see why, because it's just like something that's overhyped for you. That's like you've heard about for so long, and then you finally get to see it, and it's just kind of well, for
Mm-hmm.
one, not your thing,
No, it's not my
and
thing.
then
No.
it literally makes you fall asleep. So it's just like
Yeah.
yeah, it's a bad. You just feel like it's a bad movie. So I get that.
There's another movie I fall asleep every time I try to watch it. That's The Avengers, the first one.
Oh,
I've tried
well,
watching that a couple times and I keep falling asleep.
it
So
was kind of long at the start.
yeah, and I don't think it's a bad movie. Like from what I've seen, I don't think it was bad. I don't think it's overrated either, but it just something about it just makes me fall asleep. So, uh, but yeah, with the Scarface thing, like I don't know. I think it is kind of overhyped. I understand why so many guys like it. They like the whole like was it
Kind of macho, but like,
yeah, the macho, the mob type thing, the drugs and becoming successful and like squashing your enemies and all that other kind of shit. I understand it, but I just think
yeah.
it's yeah. And you're right. It's not for me. It's not my. I'm not into all that macho type shit, you know.
Mm,
So, but what movies you got?
fuck it. Fast and the Furious movies.
Oh, dude.
Like,
Yeah.
why the fuck are they going on for so damn long? It's it's been like since in the early 2000s that they've been going on, and it started off as cars,
Yeah.
and now it's literally like saving the world situations that Dwayne Dwayne the Rock Johnson's in a fucking tiny ass car or a tank to save the world. Like, when the fuck did it get like this? And it's like 8, 10 movies in now.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've maybe watched one or two all the way through after The Rock got involved,
Yeah.
and not really before. But I'm pretty sure it was all just like racing before. Now it's like literal like fight scenes and action and shit.
Yeah.
And
I
it's just
like
like what?
I like a
What?
good car chase and stuff, but those movies looked so terrible. I'm
Mm,
not gonna watch this shit. Like it just looked
yeah,
bad. Like it, yeah. It looked like they looked like a cheesy movie. Like it would be just a bunch of like lame dialogue and unbelievable action. Just yeah. So I was like, I was never interested. I didn't watch any of them. I did hear a really bad Paul Walker joke. If you want, you want to hear
yeah.
it. um, did you know Paul Walker had dandruff?
N- no,
Yeah, they found his Head and Shoulders in the glove box. It
that's fucked.
is pretty fucked up, right? Yeah, yeah. I
They're
thought,
fucked
yeah,
up. Ah, shit.
yeah, that was awful. But um, let me see here. Um, a movie that I think is overrated. I'm looking here. There's a lot of movies I haven't seen, but I agree with some of these movies that are on this list. Um,
I have my next one if you wanna take a minute.
yeah, you know what? Go ahead. Go ahead and give me your next one.
Because I don't know if you're. I feel like you're not that much of a Marvel fan. Anyways,
Eh, I mean,
because I mean, I know you fell asleep through the Avengers, but I don't know how many like actual Marvel movies you've watched.
I
Like,
haven't
is it
watched a
like a
lot of them, but yeah, go
okay?
on.
Have you watched Captain Marvel, the Brie Larson?
Oh no, wasn't interested.
It, it was so terrible,
Yeah,
and it could have been better if maybe they just chose a better fucking actor. She's so bland and boring as fuck, dude.
really?
It's hard to just be focused in on the movie at all. And even like in her next appearances, like throughout like the Avenger movies, she just has such a fucking bitch attitude. So like not even like unattractive, but it's just like I don't want to be around this. Like
Yeah,
I don't know. That's how I felt. Like anytime she was in it, in like a scene, I'm just like I don't need her in there. She could go. She could leave. But I don't know. That whole ass movie for Captain Marvel was just trash. Anything else she's in has like brought it down. So I'm thinking in the next like sequel to that movie, she might be getting killed off.
I thought they recast her. Like,
No, well,
no?
as far as I'm aware, because she was in the last Avengers movie.
Okay.
Um,
Wait, were they doing a show, a TV show about her?
yeah, no, they did a TV show, and it's like her biggest fan, and she ends up getting powers through like in the comics. It's mainly I think like the bracelet that she finds gets like opens something in her DNA.
Oh, okay.
But now in the show, they're saying that she has a mutation to kind of help lean into the X-Men. Um, and then it's only like her name's Miss Marvel.
Okay.
So it's only like she's connected through name because like I said, she's her biggest fan in the show. So when she got her powers, she just like took that moniker. It's actually a decent show compared to
The
some of the
movie.
other stuff there. Well, yeah, the movie, but they're also putting out She-Hulk right now, and She-Hulk's kind of garbage too. But
Just twerking. Did you watch it?
I'm watching it. I'm enjoying because I know what it is. You know, like I'm not going to watch it to be like a serious like okay, this is a Marvel show. No, I'm going into it like realizing it's a shit lawyer comedy show
Yeah, right?
that's just gonna have some Marvel Easter eggs. Like it literally put out um Daredevil's next outfit, but like just like the helmet.
Okay.
Because in one episode she's getting a suit made, and the person that's making it like does suits for like a bunch of superheroes or supervillains, and they have like a box open, and he's like, "Man, you're supposed to like not leave shit out. Like, what's up with client confidentiality?" And then like it pans towards the box as he puts a lid on it, and it's his helmet. And I
Okay.
think the next episode's gonna have Daredevil in it.
Oh, okay.
So that's literally all I'm fucking waiting
Well,
for. Shit like that.
he's a lawyer too, isn't he?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So it's just
Okay.
like, and then people, because they've had a trailer where he's come out in his new suit.
Okay.
So people are waiting for that, or to see if he comes dressed up as a lawyer and fucking does stuff in court, which would be cool too, because maybe we'll see. I don't know. I doubt you saw the new Spider-Man movie.
No, I haven't.
Because, I mean, spoiler, he's in it
Oh, okay,
slightly,
cool.
but just the lawyer version. So he's just like doing lawyer shit. So it'd be cool to see if maybe the stuff that he was doing in that movie appears into the She-Hulk series too. But
Okay.
I doubt it. It's
Who?
because the guy that plays Happy Hogan is one of the directors, I think.
Okay.
Oh, it's no, I think it's Kevin Feige. No, John Favreau.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's John Favreau. So he plays Happy. So I doubt he wants to do any TV shows, or he's probably gonna
Yeah.
charge them a shit ton.
Um, who is what Miss Marvel, right? That's what or Marvel or whatever. What
Uh,
is she like? I'm like, what is she, Supergirl or something? Like, I don't get it.
so Captain Marvel, the one that
Captain
was the
Marvel,
movie.
yeah, whatever, yeah, whatever.
Um,
Like, what's her powers? I
I think
don't get it.
she's probably like super girl equivalent, but she just has like flying. She could shoot almost laser beams out of her hand, but it's more of a instead of lasers, it's more like cosmic energy.
Okay.
Um, and in the movie, she gets it by like they're testing in the Avengers movie, you know how they have the little blue cube.
Yeah.
So they're testing that in that movie to work with like jets and shit. So
Okay.
they're trying to use it on vehicles, and it backfires and like she crashes and it blows up. Well, she gains the powers through that explosion. Like she absorbs its power. So now she has like she's supposed to be the most powerful Avenger,
Okay.
but
And
the actor's so trash, everyone fucking hates her.
I don't even know what else she's been in. So yeah,
I don't either. I
yeah.
don't either. She's just
Just did a
you
poor
know,
job. Yeah.
yeah, exactly. You know the fucking wrestler. Is that's not her, is it? No. Fuck, dude. The MMA fighter who she was up to play her, and
Ronda
then she got her
Rousey.
ass. Yeah, then she got her ass beat, and no one was looking at her after that. So like
Oh,
she
okay.
got looked over, I think. But I don't know if she had auditioned, but everyone was like, no, Ronda Rousey should be Captain Marvel. Like, that should happen. People should do that. And then she got her ass beat, and then Brie Austin was picked. I doubt she auditioned or anything, but
I know that yeah, with Ronda Rousey, like some people were wanting her to play Samus from, I think Samus is yeah,
That'd be dope.
from Metroid.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
Yeah,
Dude.
yeah, but
But do you got another pick for a movie?
yeah, I'm
Anything with Ben Affleck?
shit. Yes, anything with him. Fuck that. I don't. Yeah, I don't watch any of his movies. I see that he's in it, and I'm like, nope. Like I don't. No, no.
What if he's like secret actor, like how remember Tropic Thunder? Where fuck, who was it? Who was it? Was it Orlando Blue or it was some act like big actor in Tropic Thunder
Oh
where
yeah,
he was dressed up as the fat manager and he
yeah.
was just giving every actor like the fucking shit. Who was it?
That was Tom Cruise, man.
Was it Tom Cruise?
Yeah, it was Tom Cruise.
I feel like it was Tom Cruise. I don't know. You're probably right. More than likely you're right. But so like what if it was like that? Like you couldn't fucking see it and then until the end where it announces that was Ben Affleck, is that gonna ruin your whole fucking like, oh this
No,
fucking pisses me off
then
and
I
I
would.
hate this movie now.
No, then I would be like, okay, yeah, that was good, but you know,
He won't ever do that
one
because
good
I'm sure he wants
movie's
his face.
one good movie's not gonna end up changing my mind. I still think he's a
Nah,
shit
I
ass
know. I'm
actor.
just
So, okay, so my next movie that I'm gonna say, like. It might piss people off. I don't think that the movie overall is bad, and I do think it's a good movie, but I think that the end I thought was so stupid that it ruined the whole movie for me, and that was The Matrix. I know a lot of people love that movie, and I understand why, and especially
the
like
end of the over arc like trilogy
no,
or even the new one or just
I
the
never
first one?
even I never watched any of the other ones because
Oh, okay.
the ending of the first one annoyed the fuck out of me, and I'm like, I'm not gonna watch these. I don't care. Like it just because the very end, she's like Neo's about to die, and Trinity is. You can't die because the Oracle told me I would fall in love with the Chosen One. Shut the fuck up. Is she sitting there crying? Like, they barely hinted at any kind of relationship between the two of them. They barely hinted at it. And I'm like, you're gonna throw this stuff in at like with 5 minutes, 10 minutes left in the movie? Fuck you. Fuck this
Yeah.
movie. I hated that. And it ruined the whole movie for me. Overall the movie was okay. And I understand why a lot of people like it because I don't know, it gets you thinking and like what if we were in the Matrix, man, and all that other shit. And for what it was fine. If they just didn't have that whole whatever, and I guess maybe because their intentions were to have like this trilogy or this long story that they were gonna tell, but so I mean maybe that makes sense as to why they just did it at the end, but I thought it was so fucking dumb. It just really pissed me off, and then I was over it. So it's kind of overrated, but not
I
entirely. But yeah,
I get you, and I'm just wondering because if you watch just the first movie,
yeah.
I don't know if you heard about the like a while back when the fourth one was announced, the creator came out saying that the real meaning behind it. I don't know,
Oh
but
yeah,
if you okay, you know
I've
what
heard. But go ahead.
okay,
Yeah.
because I don't. I mean, and I was gonna say you could cut this out if you want, but um, they said that it was like a story of transgender,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Where?
I don't. Yeah. I don't know.
And especially when you tell me that, because I don't remember the love scene of her being like, "Oh, I'm supposed to fall in love with the chosen one." And how is that what
Yeah.
they're saying?
Yeah.
I'm confused.
Yeah. I think it
It
was.
could.
I was
Go
just
on.
gonna say. I think it was just because both the Wachowski brothers are now the Wachowski sisters, and they've
I
both
didn't know that.
transitioned,
I didn't know that.
and
Okay.
and that's fine. You know,
I
good for
was gonna
them.
say, I mean, if it's stuff because okay, now because I never looked into it, I was just like, okay,
Yeah.
that's seems kind of far fetched for
Yeah.
what I do know, but now I know that okay, that's more interesting.
But
But
I
it's
don't think.
also like
Go ahead.
it's to me when I just thinking back on it, it seems more of a of a grab to be more free. So I mean, I get that, and it's probably like their perspective of being free, but like that's like the whole of like, are we being controlled or are we our own person? You know,
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
know if I'm making sense, but like, and then at the same time, that's what they wanted is their freedom to be their own person. So I mean, okay, it makes sense now. So
Yeah.
I could see that, but you need the whole picture when people just say one thing. Like I didn't really get it.
They also said that though when they were, I believe, when they were trying to promote the fourth one coming out, right?
Yeah,
So it could very well have just been a play for
yeah,
yeah for
yeah.
promotion, right? Um, but if that really was what their intention was with the first one, with the first movie, okay, that's fine. But movies I think are it's a art form, right? And along with all sorts of entertainment, it's an art form, and I think art is open to interpretation.
Yeah.
So they may have intended it to be a story about transgender, but the way everybody else perceives it, I mean, I think it means something to different people, right? So I don't think that they have. I don't think that anybody would have the right to say, "Hey, this is
It's
what
this
this
or
this
that.
means." Yeah, because you can take something else from it. So I mean, like anytime you look at a painting, one person could see it one way, another person could see it another way. So you can't really tell the other person they're wrong.
Yeah.
So yeah, but uh, yeah.
I
What were you gonna
huh?
say? Go ahead.
I don't know, I was just curious because like the articles I saw were like indefinite, like the authors meant for it to be like this, and I was just like, well, how do you know? So okay, but
Yeah,
it's like if all of this is what's going on, then it makes more sense.
yeah. Do you have another movie?
Um, no, not myself. I think I'm
Okay, I got.
maybe besides like just like the Harry Potter or Twilight series in general. Like I never really
Yeah,
enjoyed that stuff.
yeah. We talked about Harry Potter a little bit before, and I'm with you. I mean, it's just a kid that does magic. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And then Twilight, nah, dude, I'm not gonna watch this. And then the every time I think of Twilight, though, I think of like 50 Shades of Grey, and I know that's a book that they turned into a movie, but I don't. I know that this is going off on a different a different topic, but I don't understand why they romanticized uh like abuse, right? Like I don't understand why when did it become cool to like choke somebody and that was like yeah, that's what I want to do sexually. Like I want to be like almost murdered. I don't get it.
Yeah.
I don't get it. I'm just
I
yeah.
mean, I guess if you guys talk about it first, but
Yeah, it just seemed
um,
weird. It just seemed
I
weird to
don't
me.
know. I don't know. Yeah, exactly. Like the 50 Shades of Grey thing. It's just like
Yeah. Um all right, so I got
as long as I don't know. My bad.
no,
I'm
go
just
ahead.
mid thought, but as long as it's like consensual.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah, but still I don't understand why you'd want to. Like I don't understand like the I don't understand people sometimes especially when it comes to like sexual gratification. You know, I don't understand why somebody wants to get their asshole licked, or why you'd want to lick somebody else's asshole. Poop comes out of that. You know, like it's just dirty. Like oh, well, you can clean it. Nope, not enough cleaning. You can't.
Not enough clean.
Not enough cleaning in the world. Like you can sit there and take a fucking toilet bowl brush, a brand new one, clean one, and just scrub the shit out of that asshole, and just bleach it or do whatever you do. Nothing is gonna make that asshole clean. Nothing. Especially if you got them all bent over and you're like, you know, chowing down on that booty hole, and then what if that person's like got gas, and then as you're like licking the rim,
Getting pink
and
eye.
and then yeah, you're getting pink eye, and then out comes the little butt whistle, and you got a mouthful of fart. Nah,
That's
dude.
when you. That's when you put a little Coke right in the lining too, so that way when they fart, it, the Coke,
Yeah,
and you just get a whiff of that, and you keep going.
it's like a magic show or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Special effects while you're tossing somebody's salad. It's gross, dude. I don't understand. I don't understand why you want your asshole licked or why you want to lick an asshole.
Hey! Don't say me so specifically. Or like
No,
you
I'm
so
not talking about you.
specifically.
I'm just saying anybody. Like whoever's listening, if they end up wanting to lick an asshole, good for you, but I think it's gross. I don't understand it. Like
Tell us why on Instagram.
yeah, I know, right? Yeah, we'll get to that. But I got one more movie. One more movie that I know that this would piss people off, and it'd probably piss you off. That I think it's overrated. It's not terrible, but I just think that too many people are fucking nuts over a movie that I think is kind of boring. And Star Wars. I can see you're holding back some words there.
I felt. Well, I saw a few lists already listing it,
Yeah,
so I was like, I know I'm gonna hear that today.
I
Um,
think it's overrated. I'm not saying it's bad. Like when I say a movie is overrated, I'm not saying that it's bad. Like The
no,
Matrix
no.
wasn't terrible. Scarface was terrible. I'm not saying that Star Wars is bad. I just think it's overrated. I mean, the fact that it spawned like this massive amount of like I don't know, this fandom and nerds. And honestly, like I think that the fandom of Star Wars and all like the merchandise and all that stuff that I actually kind of like. I think it's the cosplay people and then the side stories or the fan fiction, all that stuff. I think that's pretty good. I thought Rogue One was really good, but I just think that first movie in the original trilogy, I don't understand why it spawned such a huge following, and I thought that it really isn't. It's not that great. I've seen better movies, is what I'm trying to say, you
yeah.
know. But
So have I. So have I. I don't know. I'm not gonna try to defend it.
well, let me
Okay,
ask you
but
because I know you're a fan of Star Wars. So
yeah.
what is it? Is it because I'm sure it's probably not just that one movie, but what is it about Star Wars that you like? Like what got you into it?
Um, I don't know. I think it's the throwback for me, at least being like that was the movie that me, my dad, and then like me and my cousin would watch. Growing
Okay.
up. Um, but then it's the fucking for me the lightsabers, the sword fights.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
fucking to me it was dope as fuck back then. And then especially it being a movie at that point. I mean, I was watching it like '97 maybe,
Hmm.
right before the newer sequel trilogy came out.
Yeah, that's when they did
And
the re-release,
whatever.
right? Like in '97, around then. Yeah.
Probably yeah. Um, so my dad was probably just like getting me ready to watch those in theaters or
Yeah.
something. And oh yeah, what I was gonna say is like the older ones being because I loved the Phantom Menace and as a kid, but even looking back at them now, like it just isn't as good to me as the originals,
Yeah.
just because of the work I think they had to put into the originals.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the fact that most of the starships, like or all of them, are models.
Yeah, they're all
You
miniatures.
know,
Yeah.
they're stuff that the people made. Um, the lightsabers themselves were fucking uh, musical instruments put together. Or I think like the main Obi-Wan's was a part of a camera that they took off and made into a lightsaber.
Okay.
And it just that look just stuck around. So it's just like to me like all the work they put in to make such a piece of art. Um, I think to me just stuck to where it's like that. This looks beautiful.
Yeah.
Nothing now because like now it's still beautiful. Don't get me wrong,
Yeah.
but comparing it, I feel like it's like almost night and day because it's just like it's easier now than it was back then, just
Yeah.
because of the fact.
Well, I
That's
think the
to me.
special effects for that time were amazing, and
Exactly, exactly.
I do feel like they hold up. Like I think they
Mhm.
hold up pretty well now.
The only thing that really doesn't for the Star Wars movie is the story.
Yeah.
Like because watching it back a few years back, like because I wanted to watch like all of it, one
Hmm.
through I think six before the newer ones were coming out.
Yeah.
The first three are really slow,
Yeah. Are you talking about
and
the
then
original trilogy or the
yeah,
second? Okay.
the original,
Yeah.
the
Episode
original
one
trilogy
through
is just
three.
really
Yeah. Are you?
no
Oh,
no
you're saying
one
six
through
through?
six or four through six.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Yeah.
So
Four through six.
four through six, they're just really slow.
Yeah.
Whereas the newer ones, they have the now like modern storytelling where it's just like
Yeah.
because I feel like for movies nowadays they've been really picking up on like the fact that people don't have the attention span.
Yeah.
So they're here's this part and then here's this part and then here's that part. Oh, here's this part again. It's all adding up.
Yeah.
Even and but back then it was like here's this whole fucking thing. Here's the Death Star. Here's the whole part of the Death Star. And it's just
Yeah.
like, oh shit, it's taking longer than I remember.
Yeah.
So, but I don't know. It still was like, man, I love it.
Yeah.
Like I I was doing some recreational stuff and very on a different level. And even just like the first part where the ships come in
Yeah.
came in and tears just were just like but it was just like for that it was the nostalgic stuff I was on and the colors it was just so fucking
Yeah.
even like the laser beams just flying I was just like
Yeah.
but it was great it was a good time.
Well, you said like it's kind of like a connection that you have like with your dad and your cousin, right? And I think that that's the reason why a lot of people like that movie because when it came out, like you talk to so many of the fans and it's like, "Oh, cuz my dad took me to go see this." And
Yeah,
so there is like that nostalgia. There is that like feeling of like this is the one time me and my dad got along kind of a thing. And my dad was never into Star Wars. My dad liked Star Trek.
I was gonna
So
say I think we talked about that your
yeah,
dad likes Star Trek more
yeah, and I
and
watched.
I could see that too because it was a TV show it was more there
Yeah,
first. So when it was like, cause was it a TV show and then movies, or
yeah, it
maybe
was a
then
TV.
TV?
It was a TV show, and then
So
became movies. Yeah.
so when he was able to see the movies, like he was probably was he able to take you or
No,
did he
I
take
never.
no
No, no,
no?
and I didn't. I never was into them.
Hmm.
So I'm not a big sci-fi guy. I mean, I think maybe more so now, but yeah, like outer space. I don't. You
What about
know,
Lord of the Rings?
I mean, Lord of the Rings I liked, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, I like the fantasy stuff. It's cool, but not all of it. Like I don't watch Game of Thrones. I did like Lord of the Rings. It was cool. But I think the thing that I liked about that is I liked the attention to detail. So like
yeah.
all of the armor, all of the weapons, um,
I was gonna say
yeah.
it's like more rigid where every piece of armor is like a detail.
Yeah.
Whereas in Star Wars and more futuristic sci-fi stuff, it's very smooth and it has to be like robotic
Yeah.
and like everything fits together perfectly because they're
I
in the future.
Yeah, I think they did a good job in Star Wars to
Yeah.
you know pay attention to details too. I
Oh
mean, I'm
yeah.
not saying that they didn't.
No, no, no. We just got into like the differences
Yeah, but I
because
just think that
that's. I was wondering because the Legend of Zelda shirt because you'd probably feel more attached to that type of
like
stuff.
that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Eh, I really didn't like Zelda until like Wind Waker came out.
I don't
So
even
that
know which one that is.
yeah, I know you didn't really
I
play it.
played one on Nintendo 64
Yeah,
and I couldn't pass the first part or even the part where my friend was at. I don't know if it was the first part, but I just gave up. I was
is
just
it
like, I can't.
is it
I'm just leaving.
was it the one where you had to wear masks or the one where you had to play an ocarina?
I don't remember.
Oh,
No,
okay.
because I think it was the first part because I left a house. It was a town, and there was a like a mountain around it, and I was trying to leave the mountain and it wouldn't let me do anything. So I was like, all right, here you
Yeah,
go, bye.
I think that's Ocarina of Time. I can't remember. I haven't played those in a while. My wife
Yeah.
likes them. I'm not a huge fan of them, so
Okay.
you know, I like the more modern stuff. So I don't know. I mean, tastes change over time too. So I tried
Yeah.
going back and playing those other ones. I talked about it in our earlier podcast, but about how I was playing those and I didn't really like them. They were too hard. So I like the newer stuff because you could just it's easier. But actually, now that we're talking about video games, let's move into the overrated video games.
Let's do it.
Yeah, you got your list
Um.
or some that are pulled up?
Well, it's dumb, but The Sims. Like, why the fuck you guys? Why live in a video game where it's about living? I
Yeah,
don't know. And then it falls into the whole Matrix thing where it's just like, are you really, are you playing God? Where it's just like, is God really just like a Sims player or
yeah,
something? And it's just like, why would you want to put yourself in that?
yeah,
Like, I don't know. You're gonna get yourself fucking stoned as fuck one day and then be playing this and be like, oh, and then lost forever to watch.
I've played The
That's a over
Sims.
dramatic, but
Yeah, I played The
it's just
Sims.
fucking
I
dumb.
liked
But
playing it. The older games, the newer ones, not so much.
uh,
But yeah, it's kind of it's the same thing. Like when people like they had the Tamagotchis and shit. You know,
you know
like
what? I have little,
you have your Tamagotchi.
I have these little Digimon ones that I got,
Okay, yeah,
and I finally got them to live more than a day. So hopefully they're still doing good.
yeah. You should take care of them, man.
I haven't
Uh,
heard them, so they might be dead.
dude, nothing's worse than hearing a Furby though in the middle of the night.
Oh God, you were telling me about this, and ever since, I've seen a video where someone was saying like, uh, you can't make a robot feel. You can't teach a robot how to feel. And I was like, fucking get a Furby, bitch. Like,
Yeah, yeah,
after what Doc told me, it's been on my mind since. It's just like you totally like if a little robot back then could change up from like loving you to like hating you based on how you acted, you're fucked. Like you're
yeah,
fucked.
yeah,
Like robots will totally, and then like they'll have some type of code, like some like again back to Star Wars Order 66 type shit, where we have a shit ton of them, and they're all gonna be just like doing their thing, doing their job, but just because we're such assholes probably to them, like I don't know if you've seen the videos of the robot delivery things in LA or New York, I think they're trying out these
yeah,
like delivery bots.
yeah,
I've seen a video of these two guys just going up to it and beating the shit out of it to try to get the stuff, and I'm just like, dude, just watch. Like those robots are gonna remember. They're gonna save that shit, and there's gonna be an Order 66 code sent out to all robots across the fucking
yeah.
country or the world, and they're just gonna turn on us. They might fucking remember which ones are cool. They might not give a shit and just kill us all. Fucking knows. We need to be cooler to
Yeah,
robots.
dude.
Because as soon as they turn into customer service representatives, people are gonna be giving them so much shit, and those robots, like I said, they're not gonna hold back once that code goes out.
Yeah.
People hold back. Those robots aren't gonna hold back once that shit goes out. We're fucked.
Yeah, I know. You gotta start being nicer to our future robot overlords.
Or just customer service people right now.
Customer service people?
Yeah. That way, they don't leave and robots take over. I don't know.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, okay. All right, then. We need them to keep doing what they're doing so the robots don't take over in that
Yeah.
area.
Yeah, exactly.
Eh.
Let them be our bankers. Fuck them.
What, the robots?
Yeah.
I don't want them controlling our money.
I don't want the people at Walmart controlling my money either.
Okay, so The Sims. That was your overrated game. I get that. I get that. I'm trying to think of an overrated game, and like I don't know. I enjoy
Alright.
most. I'm looking at it on
How about
Metacritic.
any driving game,
Yeah,
any game where that's all it is? Because I can't stand
I
like
would.
Gran Turismo
Yeah, I
or
was. That's what I was just gonna
Need for
say.
Speed.
I'm okay
I
with
can't
that.
stand I can't stand racing games.
Yeah. What about Mario Kart, man? No.
See,
Okay.
I wasn't like I'd rather adventure as him. But if I have a shit ton of people and that's all they want to do,
Yeah.
then that's more understandable. But if it's just me, I'm not playing a racing game.
Yeah. Well, I would agree with you with Gran Turismo. I think that's more for like gearheads, anyways. Like people
Yeah,
who
because
want
you're
to
just like unlocking cars and
and tweak
tweaking
the.
them, and
Yeah, exactly. And I don't know anything about cars, so
yeah,
I'm not really into it. But I'm looking here at like the Metacritic, like the top games, and like a lot of these top games I haven't played, so I couldn't really say anything about whether or not they were overrated. But yeah, Gran Turismo I have played. I definitely do agree with you on that one. Um, and I guess maybe because of my what I said in the previous show, I'm gonna have to say like I think Ocarina of Time is overrated. I
okay.
mean, those I understand like why those games were a big deal, especially at the time, and I can understand why people still have a fond spot for them in their heart. But I think that especially like going back to play those games, and now it's the controls are kind of janky, and then just having to go back and forth to places that you were at before. I don't know. It's such a they're tedious games. That one, Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask, they're just tedious games. And then, like I said before, the margin of error is so small in certain things that it just gets really frustrating. I don't want it to be that hard. So, um, yeah. So I would say that would be another one of my overrated games. Do you have any other ones?
Metal Gear Solid.
Really? Yeah.
I can't, and it's probably just my fault, but I can't be stealthy. I'm not a, I'm a just fucking run in there and shoot people type of game. Like
Yeah.
I can't, I can't stuff around, run around and hide in a box. Like, and that's I think what he does
Yeah.
most of the way through. I've only gotten one one game and I tried to play a level and I couldn't I couldn't beat the level at all, dude. Like
Yeah.
anything I did, I tried hiding and it's just I couldn't. They kept fucking me up, so I just returned it.
Yeah. You're like, I don't want to play hide and seek.
Pretty much,
If I
dude.
wanted to do that, I'd be outside with my friends.
Yeah,
Yeah. The
'cause
first,
they're already hiding from me. I don't
yeah,
have any.
yeah, you don't have any. Dude, the first game when it came out on the PlayStation, um, it was cool, man. Like, there weren't a lot of those kind of games, like the stealth games. So,
Yeah.
but there was one trick that blew everybody's fucking mind, and I don't remember how you end up finding because the internet. I guess. Well, yeah, we had the internet then, so we did kind of find out about it through that. But even before that, like when you had like the Nintendo 64, the NES, like how the fuck did you figure out how to get past certain levels? Like I don't even remember that
Yeah.
before the internet. It's like fuck.
Didn't they sell books with it though?
Yeah, they did. Or they had like
So
Nintendo Power for the Nintendo games, but it wouldn't always like solve the problem that you had.
yeah, I
But
just have like something that kind of helped you.
yeah. But there was this one part in Metal Gear Solid, the first one on the PlayStation, where you were fighting this dude. I think their name was Mantis or something, and every move that you made, they would they would copy it or they would counter it. Like they knew every move that you were doing, like they were psychic. And the way that you would defeat him is you had to take the controller out of port 1 and move it over to port 2. And that was how you ended up beating him. You had to change where your controller was at, which was insane. You know, like and you remember how they used to have controllers that you plugged in,
Yeah,
right? It's not all
yeah,
Bluetooth. Okay,
no,
all right. Yeah.
yeah, no, that sounds so stupid. Like,
How would you figure that out? Like who
yeah,
figured that out? It's just so crazy to me. Yeah. So yeah. But I had a friend who he would play it on like the hardest difficulty and never lose uh never lose a life. Like just always he would take no damage through the whole game. Like he played that game so much, he could probably play it blindfolded. It was just insane. You know what I think is overrated? I'll say this. Any sports game that EA does, I think they're
yeah.
overrated. Like the Madden games,
It's all literally the same shit.
same shit over and over. I don't understand why people continuously buy any Madden game or any FIFA game. I
It's just, it's like honestly just release one for the current generation of console or like PC model, and then just do updates, new
yeah,
characters, new players,
Make
as
it DLC
yeah, exactly,
for a brand new
exactly,
roster.
yeah, exactly. So
Yeah,
that'd be way better. It's just, but then they'd be able to gouge you for a lot more. I'm
yeah.
sure.
But they stopped
Like
this.
$10 every team that you want.
Yeah,
Fuck, dude.
this I think this year or this next upcoming FIFA is the last FIFA they're gonna do. So finally, maybe EA is learning that they can't keep putting out trash games.
Yeah.
You know, so
Because I'm sure they haven't changed their like gaming like
the
the
engine,
yeah
no,
for at least like a few years.
yeah,
I
it's
was
the
gonna
same
say
shit.
since I played a football game or something, but that was like 2000. So
Yeah,
they were still looking like a fucking arcade game at that
yeah.
point.
You're like the last game I played was Blitz, so that was the
So I
last
don't
one.
even know which one
You don't
that
even
is.
know what that was? NFL
No.
Blitz, yeah. I mean, I played some Madden games, but I just think that they're overrated.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But uh, you got any other games? If not, we can.
Not that I can really think of. No.
Okay. All right. Well, let's go ahead and move on to the last thing. TV shows, if you like, if you want to
Yeah.
do TV shows.
I'm good with some overrated TV
Yeah.
shows. Talk
What?
shit about
Yeah.
a
About what?
few. Well, I'll just clamp them maybe both together just to get it out of the way. But no, you know what? The Office. Fuck it. It's just that
Really?
one. Yeah.
Were you gonna say The Office and Parks and Rec?
Nah.
They're similar,
What's
but
the other one? Not Parks and Rec, because I like Parks and Rec.
oh, okay.
But fuck.
Well, don't worry about it. But
Yeah, you
okay,
know, just the Office. It's overrated as fuck. It's
yeah,
I can't get past. I couldn't get past the second season. It's just kind of boring and slow.
you just don't like the characters.
No, they're all fine characters. Like I like most of them and the other stuff that they do, like the actors themselves.
Yeah,
It's just slow. Most of it's not funny. Like the ones I was watching.
I got you.
Some of the clips that I've seen online are funny.
Yeah,
But no, I can't get into it. It's too overhyped,
yeah.
overrated.
Um, I don't have that many TV shows. I can understand why you would say The Office, though, but I'm just kind of surprised that you say The Office you think is overrated, but you like Parks and Rec.
I know that's and I've heard that or because I thought of it mid sentence, but Community is a bit better than Office, but Parks and Rec is almost like identical.
Yeah,
Um,
to the
s-
Office. Yeah,
yeah. So I mean, I get why people are like that, but I don't know. I just don't care for it. I think it's more maybe it's the fact that Parks and Rec they go more places, and The
yeah,
Office is literally just in the office the whole time.
yeah,
So it seems like like very one, two, three instead of like one, two, three, four, one,
yeah,
two, three, four, you know?
yeah.
So
Um, you're saying that like Community, you didn't really like?
I liked Community more, but it's
Okay.
still kind of the same where it's like at the school, but they do a little more adventuring and have like I would say more shenanigans happening.
Yeah, I think too though with that show, you kind of have to be around my age. I think people who are around my age tend to like it more, or people who know more pop culture references
Mm.
for 40-year-olds, because a lot of the references, pop culture stuff, is all that
And
time frame.
and I think that's why because the characters I like most are Donald Glover's
Yeah.
and the other his like buddy. Um, because I think at least in the show they're supposed to be close to my age,
Mm-hmm.
and so like they get some of the stuff that you like someone in your age would say,
Yeah.
but also they're just like what at some things, or they have like their own shit where you don't understand it,
Yeah.
and they're just those two were funny as fuck to me.
Yeah.
Um, for Parks and Rec, I think a character that saved it for me at least were Andy,
Yeah.
Chris Pratt's character,
Yeah.
and Audrey Plaza's character. Like those two, I mean, besides being like a couple on there, their just energy like on the show just like fucking killed it for me.
Yep.
That'd probably be like saving graces for those two shows. There's no one really on The Office that's like that for me. Like
Yeah.
Jim, I feel like is always gonna be like the same, even though I know he gets that girl, but I feel like he's always gonna be that same funny. Like there's not gonna be a change,
Yeah.
you know, because he's always funny and he's a good actor. Um, I like Dwight's actor too.
Yeah.
But nah, like I tell people, like there's some funny clips that I've seen from The Office, but I just
Yeah.
can't. Or another one would be maybe The Big Bang Theory. I can't really get into that one,
Oh, dude.
and
Okay.
it's another like everyone loves it type of thing.
Yes. That show, I can't watch it. Like, yeah, so
It's
many
not even
people.
that they're smart. It's this that almost all of them seem just so pretentious and
Yeah.
such like smart ass dicks. I don't want to be around them.
Well, and then I don't thought the jokes weren't even that funny. Like
I'm sure, but
there was somebody that I was friends with, and they forced me to watch part of an episode because it was on TV, and they're like, "Oh yeah," I'm like, "I've never watched an episode," and I sat there and watched it, and they're cracking up, and I'm like, "This is so stupid." I'm like, "These
yeah,
jokes aren't even funny," and and then and then there's that stupid laugh track going on to try
I
to tell you
tell
like this
people,
is the
yeah,
part where you laugh, and it was awful. I mean, there's a couple of shows that I like that have laugh tracks, like Seinfeld. I liked.
I was gonna say
Um,
mainly like older ones.
yeah, older one. I mean, that's what it was, but the jokes were good.
Yeah,
Another one too. I don't know if you've ever seen it, but have you ever seen the IT Crowd?
I think I've seen a few episodes.
Okay, that one I thought was hilarious, and that has a laugh track. But there's very few that I like that have laugh tracks. Big Bang Theory. I thought that what it was is they were just trying too hard to
Mm-hmm.
seem intelligent,
Mm-hmm.
and it was just really boring. So
I
that's definitely an
I
overrated
feel
show.
like I've heard it being the Big Bang Theory is the smart show for dumb people, and Community is the smart show for smart or the dumb show for smart people.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
Yeah. They could
and
probably say the same thing about Rick and Morty too. But
yeah,
yeah. But I think that Big
Or at
Bang
least
Theory is
like
definitely.
smart people that have a sense of humor, maybe. Because I don't know. I've seen a video of like I feel like it was a science teacher
Hmm.
or like professor or something where like they're watching Rick and Morty and they're just like, all right, well, that's fucking funny, but that's not like actual. And it's just like, okay, well, you're not being a dick about it. That's cool.
I
Um,
I have a show that I think is overrated.
huh?
I don't understand why this show has spawned like so many fans, and I also don't understand why these dudes played in fucking. I think they were in arenas. The Impractical Jokers. You ever watch that show?
I love that show.
You love that show? I think it's so stupid. Okay, okay, all right.
I just
Now
like how
tell
they're
her.
buddies and they're just talking shit to each other over the thing, and the other person's half the time they're talking shit to the other person,
Yeah,
and they have to hold it in while they're just like trying to get what they told them to get across. So it's just to me that's like the funniest part, but some of it's kind of slow. Oh, what were you gonna say? I'm
I
sorry.
don't see how that could be a TV show. I'm like, that's a YouTube clip. Like,
No,
don't.
dude, no, I watch it mainly on the YouTube. So
Yeah,
like I don't love it as a TV show format. It's really I don't know. My girlfriend likes it better.
yeah,
But like you said, it's almost all of that, but like 20, 30 minutes at a time. But I mean, for her, like I think, cause I know most of the clips already, so she's just like, but why are they doing this?
yeah.
And so I'm just like, it's just funny, just so she's just trying to get it, and I'm just laughing my ass off. So it's not really her fault, it's mine. But no, you're right. It's better as a clip. That's why I watch it that way.
Yeah,
But I don't know. I like the camaraderie, the like their buddies, and
yeah. I get
I really
that.
like that part.
I get that. I don't. I've seen bits and
I mean,
pieces
the
of it,
fact
and I'm like,
they're
eh.
comedians too, so I think that's why they're able to tour like the stadiums a little easier. So they turn it into more of a comic
Yeah,
and like them telling jokes on the stage, but like for the actual TV show, they do the on the scene and on the streets and stuff like that.
I don't know anything about them, so I don't know if they were
Yeah.
were they comedians before the show.
I think one of them was Sal Valcano, the
Okay.
like the bigger dude. One of them was a firefighter, and then the other ones were just like trying to do acting, I think.
Yeah.
So now they're all like doing the comedian stuff on the side.
Okay. I just feel
But
like it. I just feel like that show's kind of like punked, And I just
yeah,
it's like, eh,
almost yeah.
it's
But
not
it's
even.
instead of just Ashton, it's all them usually doing the acting or the bullshitting.
Yeah. I
I
mean,
don't know, because it's like if they did that type of stuff here, or if people were doing it here, they'd get such a different response. But since like it's New York and they have different people coming from different
yeah,
places,
true.
they to me, I think the responses too is kind of what killed
Yeah.
it.
I
But like them talking shit, because it's just like, man, I wish sometimes I wish I had the buddies to do that
yeah.
and just like go off and talk shit and just try not to laugh in front of people.
Yeah. It's not terrible. Again, just because I think it's overrated
No,
doesn't
I
think
know,
I think
no, I
doesn't
know.
mean that I think it's terrible. But I
To
mean,
me,
there are times where I
and I
laugh.
get
But
because I get you because you're like, how is this a TV show? It's really overrated, and
yeah,
yeah, you're right on that.
yeah.
But no, I do like it for my own.
Do you have any other shows that you can think of?
I mean, the only thing I could really think of now is like Friends.
Yeah,
Never really loved Friends.
I think a lot of those sitcoms of that time were kind of. I mean, you look back at them now and you're like, maybe they weren't so good,
Yeah,
you know. But
because just like to me, something I watched when I was younger was George Lopez.
yeah,
And if I go back on that, like, it's not gonna be funny. It's not gonna be that good.
no,
Like, there'll probably be like little clips where it's just like, oh shit, that's pretty funny. They can't say that nowadays,
yeah.
but not like the whole thing's not gonna be great, you know.
Like, well,
But
all the shit that we watched on TGI Fridays, man, or was it TGI Fridays? What was it called? I can't remember what it's called. But the not the restaurant, but the the
no, I know.
the
There's like
like
a block that
Yeah.
people or like some stations would have
Yeah, but like
on like Friday where it'd be like new shows or something,
yeah,
or
well,
what do you
no,
mean?
like yeah, like Family Matters, Full House, like all those shows that you watched when you were younger, and it was
Oh
that
yeah, yeah.
that yeah that night or whatever. Yeah, like you go back, you look at those shows, they were not good. They're
Yeah.
not. I mean, they're not good now. And
They're
then
just back then it was like almost life lessons or just something funny
yeah,
for you to get by, and then
but you
now
were
it's just like how did we watch this?
yeah, but you were a kid, so you didn't know
Yeah.
any better. It's the same thing
Mm.
with Home Improvement. Like, did you ever watch Home Improvement?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I was actually thinking about rewatching it just because all of it's on Hulu,
oh, okay.
and I didn't realize how fucking far it got. Like the kids were old, like
Yeah,
older, like in college and shit. So I was just like, oh shit.
I mean, I
But what
remember
were
me and my family used to watch that show, and like just every time it came on, and
uh
yeah, I can't believe that. I don't know. You look back and it's just like this is not as good. I think the TV is a lot better than it used to be. I think that movies, even though I don't like a lot of movies, I think it's a lot better than it used to be. There's a bunch of other shows that people are like, you need to watch this, like Game of Thrones. Oh, you should watch Game of Thrones. In fact, I was talking to Rowan last night. He's like, you should watch it, and I'm
I've
like,
been thinking
I'm
about it,
okay.
but yeah, that's why I was like, nah, it's not too overrated because a few people mention it, but it's just like it's something I'd be interested in. I can't really
I just think
say it's
it's
like
yeah,
nothing I'm interested in at all, you know?
it's just Lord of the Rings with titties. That's what it is.
Exactly.
That's what it is. And I'm like, I don't care to watch that. I really don't care. And I was like,
Oh, now they're
I've seen Lord of
putting
the Rings.
Rings of Power out.
Yeah, and I haven't seen that yet. I heard it's
I've been,
got bad reviews, but
really?
yeah,
I
I
like it
don't
so
care.
far, but I haven't watched the last two episodes, I think. So,
Yeah,
but I like it for myself.
yeah. I don't know. I haven't seen it yet, but I do want to end up watching that. So, but is there one last thing? Because I think we should wrap this up. Is there one last thing that you want to talk about that you think is overrated in anything? You know, yeah, just anything. Theme park,
Mm.
uh, r- musician, um, like just whatever.
Government, man. No.
That was the other show that we did. Yeah.
Uh, like if I'll touch on like a theme park, maybe just Disney. Like for one, why are you gonna take your infant? Like I get maybe for pictures and stuff, but it's just like, man, they're not gonna remember. You're gonna
Because
be
it's not.
stuck outside most of the time, like waiting and then crying. Like I feel bad for you. Like it's not me like hating because I don't even go to these places,
Yeah.
but it's like because it's just like I feel bad for you, like because you have to sit out. You can't go on the ride that you want, maybe, or you're just waiting to get food most of the time. So it's just like why go and why not just wait? But I get most people just probably want to do the picture thing. So it's just
Yeah. But it's not
but
for the infant. It's for them. It's for the
it's for
adult.
them. So yeah, exactly. So it's just like why not get a babysitter?
Yeah.
But at the same time, like I said, it's whatever.
I like Disneyland, but I'm not like gonna. I'm not getting one of those passes, and I'm definitely
Yeah,
not gonna buy some fucking ears and put them on my head while I'm walking around.
yeah.
And I'm a grown ass man. I'm not gonna wear that shit, and I'm not gonna dress up in some, you know, Disney T-shirt or whatever. Like I don't care. But I mean, I like going there. Attention to
Yeah.
detail is cool, and honestly, like I got a weak stomach. I can't handle like crazy ass rides. So people like they like Six Flags or they like some other crazy ass place. Like I can't handle
Disney.
it. Yeah,
Disney's a
Disneyland.
better spot.
Yeah, Disney has
Yeah,
like
it's more of
really
the theme.
yeah, exactly. So I don't know, but I totally understand why you would say that it's overrated because I do think yeah, and I think that part of what makes it overrated is the fans, like the people who are so crazy for Disney that they'll put a tattoo of Mickey Mouse on their whole fucking back, like that kind of crazy ass shit, you know? No, thank
Yeah,
you.
man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm sure it's there. I haven't seen it, but
I'm
we could
sure.
search it. Yeah. So
Um, But yeah, as far as like theme or anything where I hear it where it's just like, nah, no thanks for me, that'd be the one. Because I have a few friends where it's just like, oh, Disney, Disney. Yeah, I do like Six Flags more,
Yeah.
but I guess I'm more of the uh, ride type of person, anyways.
Yeah, the thrill rides, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go
Um,
ahead. Let's go ahead and put out our social stuff. Go ahead and tell the people what social media we're on, and then yourself too, because I know you stream. So uh, throw that out there.
so I'm on Instagram and Twitch under the underscore McLaurin.
Okay.
And the podcast is on Instagram and well Spotify as Hoof Hoddered. Well, is Spotify Hoof Hoddered? Yeah, right.
Yeah, that's who farted.
Hoof Hearted, and then Instagram would just be well, it would be Hoof Hearted Pod.
Is
So
it
at Hoof
pod or
Hearted Pod.
who farted pod?
Yeah,
It's not who farted podcast.
it is now. Hearted Podcast.
Yeah, so we got Who Farted Podcast on Instagram, and we are on Spotify, and we are on Anchor, and we are now on Google Podcast. Trying to get us on the other stuff too, but I don't know if it's my computer or if it's my ignorance, but I'm having issues getting on iTunes. But I got to try like Stitcher and some of the other podcast sites. So we're working on it. And also, too, I wanted to say thank you to the people who are listening. It's awesome that we have more than one listener. And like we used to joke around about, you actually do like the podcast, to please like tell people. If we were able to get more listeners, then we could potentially get advertisement and make some money. And not that this is about making money, but it would be nice because then we could go ahead and get some equipment. We could go ahead and just the podcast could get better. It could sound better, and we wouldn't have to work. So that would be cool. I mean, that's my hope. I know we talked about it before,
Yeah,
to not have to, do the 9 to 5. Not that either of us work 9 to 5, but it would just be nice. Yeah,
yeah. And then we also have ideas to do other shit in the future. So I mean,
yeah,
that'd be cool to expand. So yeah, if anyone listening, liking, wants to follow us at where we said, did you say yours?
I don't. Yeah, I'm not gonna do mine
Okay,
because I
but
don't.
still,
Yeah,
if
I'm not even on it. So I'm not even on
yeah, but
Instagram. Yeah,
you're right. But all right, so follow us at Hoop Hearted Podcast on Instagram and find us on most of the spots where you could find podcasts. So that'd be
yeah.
awesome. Thank you.
I'm trying to think if there was anything else that we wanted to say, or that I wanted to say. Um,
Wabba booey, Howard Stern's penis.
fucking Baba Booey. Howard Stern's penis. No, thank you. Yeah. Um. Nope, that's it, man. So that's another episode of Who Farted, and we are out.
Like and follow. Thank you. Bye.
All right. See ya.